kiss of luck. Throughout the span of human existence, from the birth of the first man to the very end of humanity, individuals are compelled to recognize the impossibility of controlling everything. Life is full of chance, possibilities, and an endless number of combinations that result in innumerable feasible outcomes. It is beyond doubt that every action has consequences. Events are linked to one another. A particular outcome always depends on certain events contributing to things happening one way or another. In the case of the love story between Almudena and Manolete, the odds were 50%. Their explosive and passionate romance was a possibility for the future, much like many others mixed in with old Lola's deck of cards, each carrying distinct outcomes. The pivotal moment in their history unfolded on a warm April night when the Montenegro party was underway. That day, Manolete's caravan was passing through the town where Almudena lived. Lola, the fortune-teller located near the party, seemed to hold the fate of these two lovers in her hands. According to the Wheel of Fortune, their future could unfold in several ways. It could happen, develop with obstacles, or not happen at all. That same afternoon, the devil seemed to have hidden Almudena's red shoes. In the disorder of her existence, the young woman could not find that piece which had always been her talisman when dancing. She searched and searched until she finally found them. Had she not found them, she would have stayed at home, resulting in a very different outcome for this story. On the other hand, the star that shone in the sky and in Lola's cards augured that there was hope. She was the guide who took Manolete's camp safely to the town and allowed its inhabitants to join the party, participate in the dances, and engage in games of chance where the boy tried to change his luck, which had been playing tricks on him so far this year. The fates of our two strangers intertwined as the party unfolded, entangling them with dozens of other people who were present that night. Calmly and patiently, Lola shuffled the cards, foreseeing that the evening could determine one outcome or another for both young people. But only time would tell, or perhaps the old fortune-teller would see it in the spread. The force accompanied Almudena in her powerful dancing. Her body, full of art, moved to the rhythm of the music that made it impossible to overlook the girl's presence. Her demeanor was magnificent and mesmerized everyone who watched her dance. With her hands and fingers, she was pulling the strings that could bring her destiny closer to that of Manolete. At a gaming table, where the dice dictated luck, Manolete tempted fate. But the inverted moon did not want the game to develop calmly, or for the man to see Almudena for the first time, because if he had looked up at that moment, he could have discovered her dancing. Instead, one of the players cheated, and a fight broke out. A fist that intended to reach another person caused Manolete to become disoriented for a moment, resulting in his losing the opportunity to see Almudena and almost leaving the party. The thrown cards by Lola were not helping the converging destinies of Almudena and Manolete. The next card was revealed, depicting the priestess, personified in the flesh of one of Almudena's friends. Unable to resist watching Almudena dance any longer, her friend took her by the shoulders, feigning a playful spirit, which she did not genuinely feel, and made her dizzy, sending her into fits of false laughter as she moved to another part of the party. In this corner of the world, our young protagonist could have met Antonio and lived a completely different life. While Almudena's destiny seemed to unfold and find its way, Manolete kissed the dice, begging the highest forces to bring him some luck. That gesture and the next card that was thrown changed everything. The world presents itself as a space brimming with possibilities, where paths can lead to thousands of different places, regardless of their origin. At the moment, Lola drew the last card of the spread. A turn by Almudena caused her to collapse squarely against Manolete, who had moved away from the card table for a moment to celebrate that the number drawn was the one he wanted. At that precise moment, destiny collided with luck, which materialized a story of possibilities. The card Lola drew, depicting the lovers, augured a fiery future for both of them, and the way their eyes locked when they met for the first time seemed to confirm that omen. The immediate events seemed very predictable, but their long-term outcome would depend on another twist of fate.